Yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. Your boy Loose Cannon Takeoff, and I'm right here on Red Couch TV, man. Y'all tap in, man. We locked in, yeah, man.
Yes, sir. We back in the building. Red Couch TV. West Orlando's finest in here. Loose Cannon Takeoff.
Yo,
Big Take or whatever you want to call him.
got to know that.
You know what I'm saying? So, for the people to know, because all I know is West Orlando, you know what I'm saying? You put
Yeah,
your stamp down, you're a hell of a representative of the city. But
yeah.
I never really understood or knew exactly where you was from. So tell the people where you from in the city.
Pine Hills to be exact, you know
Fine,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
Yeah, like, North Lane, Pine Hills, all that area there, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know?
So it's safe to say you grew up in that area?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. And if you had to put it in your own words, who is Loose Cannon Takeoff
Loose Cannon Takeoff. As a just a whole, as a person,
as a whole?
as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man first. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of take off. I'm an artist. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a go-getter.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? I'm a provider. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all types of things. You know what I'm saying?
And I
Like,
respect that.
like,
Big.
for real,
Around with my people in the family. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like,
I'm rolling.
hey, I'm me, bro. I play different roles and, whatever, good, bad. I'm everything. You know what I'm saying?
And I love that because I hear a lot of that in your music, like the joint, like I just was quoting a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Part of my vocals, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? With Lil Papa, that's one of my favorite joints.
yeah.
But you always hear it in the music, always talking about taking care of your people, and that stands out. That's big to me.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? So I know that, you put down your stamp. I told you a little earlier when you came in here, you drop music like none other. Like, I think that I don't think there's nobody that could keep up with you when it comes to dropping projects, dropping albums, dropping singles. And where that energy come from?
Truthfully, bro, it like I never really planned on being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Let me make that clear. Like, so, like this that rapper ego, I don't really got that because this wasn't part of my plan.
For
Like,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? I tell folks who I done growed up listening to all the time, like, boy, you know what I'm saying? Boy, you was the GOAT, blah 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 blah. So I say that to say, all right, like bro said, when I was locked up, 2012, you know what I'm saying? I had got the red 5, turned 18 in there, and how I was looking, I wasn't gonna come home. So in my mind, it's like, all right, I ain't coming home. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand in the paint like a man. But if I do come home, then what I'm gonna do? And you know what I'm saying? I wrote down a plan I came up with, you know what I'm saying, loose kind of music. Like, I changed it from a clique to a music group, and I just had a different plans, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know, I got a saying, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. So in my brain, I'm just like, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. They let me out. So that's like, okay, this is meant to be, you know what I'm saying? And
For
I was
sure.
just like, I'm finna go hard. And there was people that were rapping before me. So it's like, only way to make my mark is to go harder than everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because they got more listeners. So what can I do to get noticed? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be more consistent than everybody.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So I found a cameraman that was in my budget at the time. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was legit. So, money, coming how it's coming. So I found a cameraman. He was willing to grow with me. And I was just dropping videos nonstop. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, when you say you got direct file, a lot of people don't really understand what that means, but they don't know you went straight to county. You was in
Yeah,
that bit
yeah.
with
Like,
grown men.
direct fire me, you a kid, and your charge is serious enough for them to charge you as an adult. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So they charged me as an adult, you feel me? And send me to the county on the juvenile side. Then I turned 18, they sent me to the adult side, you feel me?
Definitely. Now, as a young man, you had to have a hell of an intellect to be dealing with what you was dealing with and still coming up with a game plan for going home. Some might say you manifested your destiny.
Oh no, that's a fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. That whole situation changed me till I leave the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, I went from being around kids my age, you know what I'm saying, to now I'm in an 8-man cell with grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat, sleep, shit, piss, all that around these niggas that I don't know. So it's like, it gave me like an independence, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I'm a man now. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
I just, that's how I came about, and that's how I came out. When I got out, I was a man. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Yeah.
So you started getting into the music when you was like 18.
That when I started taking serious. I've been rapping since I was a kid though.
Okay.
Yeah, like I started rapping probably like 7 years old.
So who would you say was the first person that possibly influenced you to want to write a rhyme?
My cousin.
For
I got a,
sure.
I got a cousin when he was like probably like 13 when I was like 7.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I used to spit shit. You know, kids follow what they see.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just being a kid and I just follow suit and end up, putting little words together, little rhyming words. But
For
by the
sure.
time I was like 10, I was like, hold on, not can rap. You feel what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
So now, like as I'm continuing to do stuff in life, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting experience now, I'm getting understanding. I got my own sense of different things. So that's how I became raw, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Cause now I ain't just putting rhymes together, I'm rapping about my life now. You
For
know
sure.
what I'm saying?
You lived in and gotten the experiences, and now you can put it down on wax.
Exactly, exactly. Like I tell people all the time, I got a cousin who died, you feel me? Cousin told me when I was like 13, 12. Like he used to look at me and like Jit, you raw. And
Straight
I,
up.
I ain't even understand it, cause I ain't see what he saw, you know what I'm saying?
Good influences, you know what I'm saying? Like even
Uh,
if he was into some other shit or whatever he was doing, he did one thing. And I always tell people the power of being able to see some shit that you ain't believe in.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit you had no idea about, being able to see it, to put it in your life and make you believe it can be a reality. And just by just being around them, just put that in you, and you can take it to the next level.
Yeah, nah. He said that. Then we got into arguing when I was about 14. That nigga told me, that nigga said, nigga, you's a house rapper, nigga. You rap in the house, nigga. Don't nobody know you can rap. You heard me? And
Definitely.
the nigga laughed after he said that shit. Did something to me. So as I'm like, man, I'm in the street for that. But when I got older, it always came back to me like, damn, me rapping in the house ain't no good. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I gotta get out here and let folks know I can slide for real. You feel me?
The real motion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of them don't really understand that, you know what I'm saying? And especially with this internet world, and I know you for one, you beat your feet, so you're not gonna get caught up in that. How did you get into like knowing like you got to do the groundwork and being able to put plays together like the sprinter with your face on it and then bounce around the city to city?
Okay, because like I say, I happen to been rapping. See, I'm 29, you know what I'm saying? So I'm young enough to still be with the young nigga, but I'm old enough to still caught a certain wave with niggas that's older than me. So I was rapping when it was still CDs, posters, street cred, merchandise, and stuff like that. Is how artists blow.
For
You
sure.
feel what I'm saying? But I happen to be young enough to where I caught the internet wave too, though.
Definitely.
So it's like I can't just change what I know. So yeah, like at first I ain't really feeling the internet, but I had to adapt because that's how people was. You know what I'm saying? That's how you continue to be successful with the music.
For sure.
So it's like okay, I'm gonna grab the new way, but I ain't gonna just throw away the old way of marketing because that's how people was really blowing. So I'm like I could have bought all types of things. But I'm like, nah, let me get this sprinter. You know
and,
what I'm
and
saying?
and the moves that you be making and just the making yourself available and knowing how to move, it reflects like up a notch with G9 about to
Yeah.
reach 1 million streams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you visible. You know what I'm saying? And your affiliations and the fact that you do network with other artists in the city, it shows like that you resonate, and it's not just with the young ones or the older ones. Everybody can see you. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact though.
What you think the movement is attributed to? Would you say you got a strong team? Would it be safe to say that?
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to do it alone for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And it worked for me to a certain point, but that's like with anything in life. Like once you get to a certain point, you gotta bring people aboard, you know what I'm saying? And the folks that's around me, it's like life weeded people out. It pulled people that wasn't supposed to be around me away and it pushed people in. So it's like my circle got formed by just energy and just me continuing to do what I'm doing. It's like now I got a strong, solid team. You know what I'm saying? Like, my niggas support me. I support my niggas, my team. Like we step like, you know what I'm saying, like a real family, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I appreciate all them folks, you feel me?
It's definitely a real deal family because I know the boss lady be on her shit. Snoop don't play by you.
Oh no, all on to my they'll go to war. You know, it's vice versa though. I don't play by them.
That's
So
real.
you know that's what keep us real. You know, solid. We ain't letting nothing flimsy come in between, and you know what I'm saying.
So you mentioned, how strong your team is and everything, and I was just checking out the moves and just, just looking at how you operate, and I noticed that y'all don't really boast the features, and you got some pretty big features. Like you pretty humble with your delivery of the songs when you got big artists on them. Where does that come from?
You know what I'm saying. That come from like knowing that. You know what I'm saying. Like I might do something that's right here, but in my what I know, I'm really way up there. So it's like, yeah, I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying, and I embrace it, but I know it's bigger, you know, so I'm gonna be bigger.
Sure.
So it's like I don't never get lost in the moments. You know what I'm saying, I fought with them, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna keep going, but it's like it's always bigger. You know what I'm saying? Once you reach here, you can always go higher. So my humbleness comes from knowing that ain't the highest point of the highest level of networking that I'm gonna get to. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And that
Yeah,
mentality gonna put you in a place where never getting satisfied, never being complacent, you always gonna keep working hard. Whereas artists that, you know, they got them opportunities and certain looks and they work ethic go away because they feel like that moment's supposed to make them.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah. We ain't nobody else wave can't make my wave. You know what I'm saying? I create my wave. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta use this person wave to make mine go up a little higher, that's what we gonna do. But I ain't gonna never think that this person gonna create my wave. Nah, 'cause before this person came about, I've been doing my thing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And the track record and the resume gonna speak for itself at the end of the day, and the artist gonna respect you more for
Yeah,
doing it like that.
so I don't go into features thinking like, oh, I'm finna blow off this feature with this nigga. I go into it like, okay, this is another something I can add to my portfolio.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you ask me what artists I don't work with in the game, I such and such. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's the difference in between being a rapper and being an artist.
Yeah,
That's real. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of diversity from you. You know what I'm saying? With the music that you drop, we could be here talking for hours about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like your Vibe Nas and you know what I'm saying? The WAP remix and you know what I'm saying? The Track Star remix and all that. You
yeah,
feel me? That made big impact. But the WAP, you know what I'm saying? Put a little stamp down. You had a
yeah,
old top shot of flex on
yeah,
that
yeah,
bitch. You
yeah, yeah.
dig?
See, you know, I'm full blood Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? My man, dad is Jamaican. You feel me? So, but my peers, it's always been American. So you know, my swag like that when I growed up, like the real deal, like off. All stale shit like that. There, that's
Real
how I
deal.
growed up for real. So I never really put it out there because I always hated when a nigga say some shit like, "Oh, say something." You know what I'm saying? Like, I be like, I'm Jamaican. I be like, say something. So I always used to like to keep it to myself. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Like when I been meeting my people, they be like, "God damn, you Jamaican." Yeah, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I came to a point where I just wanted to, interact with the whole me because that's a part of me. So it's like the walk, walk. That's why it's like, ba. Yeah, I could do that. Just chill. But
Yeah.
come back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Come back to what we. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all it was. Like an extra tool that I got. You feel me?
But when you get in that space, right, you not only flexing your versatility, but you also flexing your culture. You
Yeah.
putting your stamp down. You had the Jamaican flag on the my block shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
saying?
fact. Yeah, but if a nigga go back to old video, I always had a Jamaican flag, even before I even let a bit know that I could really speak patois. I always represented. You feel me? But
Real
it's just
deal.
I got to that point then where it's like, nah, bitch, I'm finna stamp it. I
Yeah.
tied the flag on the mic and I rocked out. You feel me?
Real deal. And then when you look at it from a different perspective, right? You got a bit like Spice, you know what I'm saying, and Shinsei and all that. Spice done got down went Grammy nominated, but
Yeah,
majority of her base is Jamaican, and you
yeah,
know what I mean. Like
uh-huh.
as long as your people, and as long as your roots, acknowledge what you're doing,
Yeah.
that shit could take you global.
Yeah, cause when I dropped that walk walk, bro, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of folks like went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cause like you said, like people like me, they might be Jamaican, but they ain't loud about it. So when I did that, it's like they came to the forefront. You feel me?
For
And
sure.
like now, I got another couple tracks I'm putting out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Real deal about it, and I ain't scared to say it on the interview. You know, foundation of Black Americans don't really represent each other the way that island Black people do. Like Africans, you from Kenya, they rep that shit. If you from you from Jamaica, you from Trinidad, if you from wherever, Haiti, they rep that shit. But us, we too busy trying to one up each other to show each other the respect we do.
It's kind of the same way though, feel me? Cause like I said, I done seen them both for both best of both worlds. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I growed up, like a real islander where it's respect and this and that. But then my peers like show me like, oh, this shit get cut. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
for
damn,
sure.
cause like over here they teach you have respect, this and that. But over here, I don't give no fucks. I fuck a nigga over. So it's like when I combine everything, it's like, oh, okay. So you know what I'm saying? Like I learned certain things by being out here. So it's like that's what made me as a whole. So I see different, pros and cons type shit.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick to the theme of the versatility. And like I said, you got so much shit going on that we can sit in here and talk for hours. But just recently, I was talking to one of my little homies, and he tried to refer to me about something he was doing and how Loose Cannon don't got no songs like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to remind him, you just dropped the tape strictly for the females in February.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
my second female
That's
tape.
part two,
Yeah,
Cupid part two.
That's part two.
Tell us about that and how that came about.
All right. With the female, they always tell me I need to make more female music, you know what I'm saying? But that's a side of me that I got, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like everybody don't need to see every part of you feel me?
Sure.
So when I be making that kind of music, it's like it ain't that sometimes I just don't like putting it out because that be how a nigga be feeling for real, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's like, yeah, I said that how I felt and put it on wax. You feel me? Put that shit in the vault. But then, it's like you gotta feed the female because really they gonna support you. They a nigga biggest supporter. So it's like, my personal preference is to keep it, drop what I'm dropping, but it's like, nah, I gotta fit y'all in the, you know what I'm saying? So I just took all the female songs that I had and made it to a tape and threw it out there. And then the second time I did the same thing, you feel me? And they fought with it, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And then, it's situations where I might be riding with my wife and I be playing rap shit and she don't want to hear none of it. Then I might pop on Motivator and she might vibe with the lingo and be like, damn, who is that? I like that.
Yeah.
And then she might find herself sliding to a vibe now because she heard this song.
Exactly.
You know
That's how it be, you know what I'm saying? That's how music is though. Once you like one thing and then if they got other stuff, it'll bring you to the other song. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I always tell people never get stuck being in one space because this shit like the Trojan horse. You familiar with the Trojan horse?
Not exactly. You gotta break that down.
So in Troy, the people was invading, but they couldn't breach the walls. So what they did is they played like they was giving them a gift, and the people accepted the gift. But the shit was a Trojan horse.
Oh, I seen that. Matter of fact, I seen that it was built like a wooden or whatever. But they was all inside of that bit with them swords. So when they brought it in there at nighttime, they came apart. That was gangster though.
And that's what Cupid is. Cupid is your Trojan horse. You sneak in, now you break down the walls. Now you in the door. So you know what I'm saying? It's well known and respected that you hold down the city. You fuck with a lot of cats from the city. You know what I'm saying? You had a genuine connection with Lock 9.
Yeah.
From what I was told, Lock actually reached out to you to feature with you.
Not not the one we did. Glock reached out when he was like probably like a year or two before he blew.
Okay.
And hit me up. He was like, bro, how much you charge? That when he called himself YJB, I think Blackie. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, how much for the feature? So I gave him a price. But I guess, he was a young nigga. So, the price I gave him, you feel me? I let him, I worked with him. So long story short, I think he got locked up. So, I'm hearing about this young nigga from my city named Glock 9. So when I go to write him, I seen the prior messages and I'm like, this the same jit that wrote me, you feel what I'm saying? So that just let me know he was already fucking with my shit before I knew who he was. So now that I'm fucking with his shit, it was just a genuine situation. Like, bro had got signed, his first week he signed, he just posted me on this page randomly, just a picture and was just like, real nigga, and left that bitch up for like a month. So I'm just like, I'm fucking with Jit, you know what I'm saying? Cause they ain't owe me that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, since that, we see each other, mutual respect. And then, long story short, when he got locked up this time, when he got out, I'm like, man, let's make that happen. And that's what happened. You feel me?
For sure. And them connections and ties, you know what I'm saying, is what the city need. Like I just recently saw an interview on Do What We Want podcast, and
Yeah,
I saw you and Tony Boy sitting down,
yeah,
and I see y'all handled up. We ain't got to get into the hoopla.
yeah,
Y'all handled up like grown men and
yeah.
got something special coming.
Yeah, that's a fact. We got this tape called Take Off Tony. You feel what I'm saying? That's a duo tape that we putting together. You feel what I'm saying? We finna release that bit. You know what I'm saying? Really, really, me and Dog got, we in that booth together. Like it's finna be some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
like that.
yeah, like you can expect some shit that's gonna really shake the city. You know what I'm saying? If not shake the whole state. You feel me?
Take Off Tony. And
Yeah,
and I kind of like had in mind when I saw it, like, we always see a lot of joint venture projects like Drake and 21
yeah,
and Future and Uzi, or Future with everybody, like
yeah.
whoever. Florida don't necessarily do that a lot. So I
Yeah, for
feel
this,
like
this gonna be one for the books for sure.
exactly it's a big deal, and I think this one that could definitely change the trajectory of where the artists in the city going, how the labels view us. But
Mm,
regardless of that, as long as the city support it, fuck how whoever else feel about it.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got an affinity for younger artists because I see that you recently started working with a few, and I see Trinity, and I also see La Jean.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about them and what your plans are for the artists.
Lajon and Trinity. Lajon Mouse, free little bro, he locked up right now. Him and Trinity, like I said, bro, the universe really brought them round. Like I really didn't. It ain't like I was looking for artists or nothing. It's like we end up in the same environment, and it's just like it's just energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? They grew on to me, I grew on to them, and it's like now they like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they say you water a seed, it'll grow. You know what I'm saying? Like I done planted seeds into them both, and they grow as artists. To it's like nah, it's like I seen it in them. You know what I'm saying? Like they seen it in themselves because they was rap, but I seen the potential of what they could be, and now it's blossoming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just playing a role in they life that I wish somebody could have played for me. If they would have, I'd have probably been where I was at faster. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? But I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to learn what I know. Now that I know what I know, I could teach them. You know what I'm saying? And push them and get them to that to level, if not higher than where I done reach. You know what I'm saying? Like
For
I ain't
sure.
never trying to hold now, but if y'all reach for the stars, you can grab one. You know what I'm saying? Then that's what you do. So with them, I'm just like, like we all running together. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pushing him, pushing her, pushing myself, and we all part of the same label. You know what I'm
That's real. And I like to see that when I see Trinity with the loose cannon music chain on, and
saying?
you know what I'm saying? It's a trickle down effect. When you extend the olive branch, you know what I'm saying? It only expands your legacy and your lifestyle,
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I'm
a fact.
saying?
Cause they
Push the
like can't
fan.
they like can't dim mine. It's like we shine together. You feel what I'm saying? Shine brighter. If my light shining, everybody with me light shining. We just some shining motherfuckers. You feel me?
For sure.
Yeah,
I love to see it, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you put down your, you know what I mean, stamp, and been grinding the way you've been grinding, it's only gonna be a reflection to them of how they need to handle their business.
that's a
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? And that's just gonna keep the LKM brand going. You know what I'm saying? So respect to that. Shout out to Trinity. Shout out to LaJohn Mouse. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Intervision. Shout out to everybody involved with the Loose Cannon
Yeah,
movement.
for sure, for sure.
You got anything coming up that you want the people to know about?
Yeah, I just recently got booked for a show in Jamaica. April 29th, I'll be out there for my first, you want to say overseas show, you know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? So, I'm doing that. Then, I got a big feature out there I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm working, me and Tony Boy got that tape, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff and stuff. They just got to stay tuned, you feel me?
For sure. Big Take doing big shit. Y'all
Got,
make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
got to know that, man.
We appreciate you stopping through. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
y'all having me on here, you hear me?
For sure. We respect your work ethic and see nothing but big things in the future for you. You know what I'm saying? The features, you need to feature you because you up next. You did.
That's a fact.
Big Take shit, Loose Cannon music. Appreciate you stopping by the Red Couch, bro. Nothing but love.
Already, we out of here.
Yes, sir.
Don't mix me with the crowd, bitch, I'm in my own section. Took L's, they taught lessons, now a nigga both flexing. No weapon formed against the chosen one gon' prosper. Eat food or be food, so I live like a monster. Mafioso, but I could post it in the dope hole. Rats like cheese, so in the trap we keep the door closed. Don't fuck with popos until I get my own money. Try my best to understand, but seeing niggas wasn't for me. Before I switched to be rich, I burned it all to stay 100. Growed up, self-made, I'd rather rob than get fronted. I done learned from my mistakes and tell the poor to keep them coming. I was fucked up and cuffed up and laying on my stomach. Came home and stood taller when it got me some money. I never locked up, they told me tough luck like it was funny. Niggas bitch made since my jit days I've been thugging. And my son could be a nerd because his daddy really done it for real. I could put it on wax cause it's facts. Never been a bitch, been a pussy or a rat. And I ain't gotta act cause I'm that.